This video is for week 15, lesson 3. Okay, so at the top of this worksheet, you'll find the notes that we're going to do. We're going to do 4 problems, and then down below, you're going to do the other problems that are there. So the directions say very clearly, using the unit circle, right, which I went ahead and put one on here so that it makes it a little bit easier for you. I'd like you to find all the angles. They do need to be in radians. Okay, so even though you're seeing degrees on the unit circle, I would like you to sort of disregard them. That satisfy the equation, all right? Now, the big thing here is where it says note the domain. Okay, what this means is you don't get to look in the entire unit circle, right? The domain, like in this problem, is telling you you can only look between 0 and pi. Okay, so for part A, you can only look between 0 and pi, so from here to here. So in this half of the unit circle, we are looking for angles, right? That x is an angle that has a sine value of 1/2. Okay, just a reminder, sine is the y value. So as I'm going around, I see a sine value of 1/2 here, and oh, look right there, and a sine value of 1/2 there. Okay, that means that the two answers to this problem are pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6. Okay, let's try another. Let me get rid of some of this stuff that's in the way. Okay, and I'll switch colors also. So let me switch to blue. Okay, so for part B in blue, I'm allowed to look from negative pi over 2 to positive pi over 2. Okay, so that means on this unit circle, I can look from here to here, right? This half of the unit circle. I can look in here for angles, right? X is an angle that have a cosine value of rad 3 over 2. So I'm looking for x values of rad 3 over 2. So I see one right here, and I see one right here. Okay, so that means my two answers are pi over 6 and 11 pi over 6. All right, so for the next one, again, I tend to look at the domain first. So for this one, we are at 0 to pi. So it's kind of like the first problem. We're in this half of the circle, from 0 to pi. And I'm looking for a sine value that would be a y value, right? Sine goes with y, of -1. So let's see, I'm looking for y values of -1, and I'm not finding one. This one has no solution. Okay, so that could happen. You just have to make sure you're looking in the correct location, and you know whether you're looking for y or x, or in some cases, both. All right, so let me get rid of some of this stuff. Okay, so for example D, I'm looking between pi over 2 to 3 pi over 2. Pi over 2 is up top to 3 pi over 2. Okay, so here. I'm looking here. All right, and let's see, a tangent value of 1. Okay, so keep in mind, tangent is the same as y over x, or sine over cosine. So I have to kind of look at both of the values, right? So for example, here, if I put this y value over that y value, do I get 1? No, I do not. Here, if I put that y over that x, I get -1. That's close, but not exact. This one's not going to work. If I put 0 over -1, I get 0. That doesn't work. All right, but when I get to here, this one works. All right, so the answer to this problem is 5 pi over 4. Okay, so what I want you to notice before I finish my video is that it is possible to have two answers, right? Both of these have two answers. It's possible to have no answers, right? It's possible to have one. Again, the key is knowing where your domain is, right? Where are you allowed to look?